Hey, energy party people. It's time again for another fabulous, fabulous. This doesn't go with the word fabulous. Fabulous episode of Magic Mondays. I'm your hostess with mostess, Colleen McCann. And as it says right there, energy healer and badass, general badass. Yeah, so let's go ahead and smudge the space and get it ready for some magic. And, it's a holiday, so it makes me wonder if anybody's going to show up today. And if no one shows up besides me and Coop, then maybe we'll keep it real short. But you never know. Anyway, so smudging with some Palo Santo wood, and let's play my beautiful theme song, care of Artica Productions. Here we go. You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Colleen. Okay. Well, yeah, so welcome whether you're watching in the future or watching in the future, because ain't nobody watching live now because it's a holiday. And I don't blame you one bit. Yeah. So I'll talk about a few things, and if nobody shows up live, then I'm going to go back and play Carcassonne with my husband or continue our game. Um, he's, well, I'm, yeah, whatever. My husband's having a 4-day weekend, and I want to spend as much time with him as possible. So, that being said, let me just talk about last week. If you happen to watch last week, I wouldn't say it was a shit show, but yeah, I kind of had nothing. I, After the show, I went and sat down and did some energy work on myself. And what showed up was cliffhanger for now. Let's see coming. Who's coming? Wow. Things got a little raunchy. Who's here? And it is the lovely Yvonne. Oh, Yvonne, you're here. Hello. Glad you're here. Let's go ahead and play your fantabulous theme song. Here you go.
Yvonne is in the house. Check her out.
Okay. So welcome, Yvonne. Yeah, so last week, after the show, I was like, what is going on? And I checked in energetically. And ultimately, what happened was, um, and this is going to sound maybe even weirder than usual, um, but this does happen on occasion, and it's always really fun. Um, but basically, as I was checking myself, I realized I wasn't testing as me. And after a series of questions, I got that it was me in the future that had something for me. Um, I know that sounds nuts, but yeah, I really love when that happens, because I know that my magic is only getting stronger and more impactful and profoundly awesome, um, as time passes. And so when I show up from the future and do something for me, especially when it's not on my master menu already, that's pretty exciting. And I believe it happened, I think twice that day. It was like first time it was me showing up from 3 years from now to do something for me. And maybe it wasn't till the next day. Anyway, who cares? But whatever work was done, I was given no information. Um, and but I trust me. So I let myself in the future work on me. And what I do remember is then after that, for the rest of the day, I was knocked out. Not like asleep or anything. Well, there was probably some sleeping, but just kind of like my brain was blank and I wasn't thinking about anything except on occasion thinking, wow, what just happened? Um, but yeah, I couldn't really get to anything else important to do, and I just went with it. And then it was either the next day or 2 days later, it happened again. And that time, I believe it was me at 70, 70 or 74. Um, Whenever I show up from the future, it's usually in my 70s. So I'm excited about my 70s. So, yeah. Anyway, so that was interesting. Woo! We'll see how it goes today. And yay, Art and Eric are here. Hey, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you are doing well as well. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go ahead and let's welcome. I have a new sponsor today, and I'm going to try to read their copy as best I can. So bear with me. Um, okay. And let me get to it. Okay. So bear with me. Picture this: you're in ancient Greece. You are Theseus slaying a monster called the Minotaur. Are you using a club or a sword or perhaps your bare hands? You be the judge. Because my new sponsor, Mythed Opportunities. Reenact your favorite myth. Mythed Opportunities. Is there a myth that you mythed that you want the opportunity to reenact? Well, I personally, like, I have not, I hear about people talking about, like in school when they studied ancient, Greek mythology or whatever mythology. I've been part of a myth um, that turned out to be true. A man who left his wife for his lover. Well, I did the same thing. I also was married and left, but you never hear about the woman leaving. It's all about the man. It's all about the man and the patriarchy. So anyway, yeah. So that was a current myth, urban myth. Yeah. So anyway, once again, whether it's an ancient myth or a current myth, it's yours to be played out with missed opportunities. Missed opportunities. That's right. Okay, well, I think I've hit that home. So mention Magic Mondays, and you get an extra weapon to use, or whatever you're killing or doing. Um, yeah, so that's pretty exciting. So I hope you all sign up and mention Magic Mondays. Okay, so I think we're in lesson 5 out of 8 for our Mary Morrissey. I forget the name of it, but it's all about becoming a vibration for your God-given abundance, our God-given abundance, all of us. And it's been really cool. And today's or this week's lesson was about the power of forgiveness. So I've been really paying attention to, like, okay, where am I holding energy around somebody or something I'm not forgiving? Um, so that's been really great. And it reminds me of, let me gear it up here. Sound effect coming. Sound effect coming. Yeah, in my book,
Drink.
I have a chapter about forgiveness and yeah, the chapter, who cares? We're not going to talk about it. Anyway, it's a pretty cool chapter about forgiving. And I play around with the words. It's forgiving myself, my freedom. Yeah. So anywhere you can find forgiveness for yourself, I'm finding lots of places where I need to forgive myself. It's not just about other people. Um, yeah. So, so yeah. So we'll just leave it at that. Um, And I'm realizing, if you got my newsletter, it's been very much in my face about this whole fucking bullshit of perfectionism and wanting it to be just right. And having written a book, which still blows me away that somehow that happened. Um, and I've not just written a book, I've written a book that I truly believe with my heart and soul that it has valuable information for those who need it. Um, and it can be life changing. Whoo! Uh, yeah. And so I was given my from my publisher, I was given my like the first draft of a layout, like how it will actually look in book form in a PDF, and including pictures, which I have to decide, are they going to be in color or black and white? I guess I'll go with color. She said it's not that much more expensive. Um, anyway, but I first looked at it, got triggered immediately, which is I worked through that. And then I got stuck on one of the earliest pages of I think it's 238 pages. Got stuck on one of the earliest pages where I needed to rewrite a caption. And it's rewriting a caption for the canvas we have in our front entryway that Koop, like, I don't know how long I had that up before Koop, after watching a Magic Mondays once. Oh, we're gonna have to just put a cork in it for right now, because it is 11:11, and we're gonna look at my credo, which is what I'm gonna talk about in a second, and perfectionism. Ugh. Anyway, make a wish. Okay. Yeah. So, because years ago, Coop had I put up my credo during one of the shows, and it was just a photo of what was hanging in the entryway, and he I guess like took a screenshot and blew it up and saw like, oh, I had misspelled the word. I misspelled the word highest, which is kind of funny. Wink. Um, yeah. And when he pointed that out to me, I'm like, oh man. Ugh. And then I believe it was Coop that pointed out to me, like, well, maybe this is just a reminder to take things lighter. Anyway, and that's so in my book, there is a photo of the misspelled graphic, the canvas in our entryway. And all I needed to do was put a little caption explaining basically that like, oops, realized I misspelled it, and now it's my reminder to let go of perfectionism, which is funny because just writing about that was stopping me for like a week and a half of not moving forward with the next step of my fucking book. So, uh, anyway, so perfectionism has been in my face lately, and man, is it overrated. So overrated. And so I'm adding that to my list of things to be aware of. Like, where am I being like perfectionistic and not moving forward? And, a lot of people write about, when you're creating something, done is better than perfect, or shoot for a B minus instead of an A plus. Um, yeah. So that's what I'm working on. I know nobody can relate to feeling like you need to be perfect. That's just me. Anyway, oh, so let's go ahead and bring Coop on. And this past Saturday was Coop's birthday. So, yeah. So let me get to Coop's amazing theme song. Here you go, Coop. This one's for you.
Ooh, ooh, we're catching up with Koop. We're catching up with Koop. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Coop.
Hey everybody.
How are you doing?
I can't seem to get in the middle of my. I have to put the laptop way to my left for me to be in the middle. I've never really had that problem before. So anyway, hi everybody.
It must be because you're older now.
That's it. Although it's kind of weird. For some reason, I'm telling myself for like the last 6 months that I'm turning 58. I really just turned 57. So I'm like a year younger than I thought I would be. So
Hey, good for you.
It really cushions the blow. You tell yourself you're older, then it's like, oh, you know what? I'm not as old as I thought I was. So
I have a tendency to, when a birthday's coming up, then I just start thinking that's the age I am, and I have to remind myself. Kind of like for months and months, I've been saying that Dave and I have been married 17 years. No. In mid-June, it will be 17, but
Oh, okay.
whatever. Whatever. Well, happy birthday. Did you do
Yeah, thanks.
anything fun?
Not really. No. Had a night. Still looking for work, so I did that on Saturday. Had a. I heard from everybody. My parents and aunts and uncles, and both my kids and a bunch of friends, and so that was nice. And then yesterday, a friend came over, brought me brunch from Mimosa House. So I had a
Ooh,
big, huge breakfast with hash browns and Denver omelet.
fun.
And, yeah, and then we sat around and watched the Brady movie and a Very Brady sequel.
Wow, how'd you land on those?
It was so much fun. Because it's like my kids can watch the movie and never get it because they didn't, grow up on Brady Bunch.
Right.
They like wove the plots of so many episodes into the movie.
Oh, they did a great job.
Yeah,
They did
yeah.
a really good job, if I remember.
So we really had a good time watching Shelley Long.
And wasn't Michael McKean Mr. Drysdale, or was it Mr. Drysdale, or whoever their neighbor was? I think Michael McKean was in it.
Oh, the Dittmeyers.
The Dittmeyers, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's amazing how Christine Taylor, I think that's her name, Mrs. Ben Stiller. She's such a good Marcia.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that they were married. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
Last I heard, they were having trouble, but they were working on being back together.
Okay.
So.
Keep talking. It's the most important thing.
Right?
Oh, jeez. My dog is stuck on a bush. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what else do I want to say? Well, I will say this about myself. I'm pretty pleased with missed opportunities. I'm not going to lie. Missed opportunities. It's just fun to say. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and how about do you have anything else to report, or should we just get to it?
Not really, except for well, let's say I got ghosted from the company I interviewed with last Monday, but I found a new thing, a work from home thing. I've already passed the first step. It's basically writing text that is then fed to like an AI chatbot for learning. So like my job, like my test was I had to write a short story about a green dancing octopus with a PhD in literature in the offices of Samuel Bankman-Fried on March 8th, 2022. He's the owner of that FTX, the crypto exchange that went bankrupt, and he's going to jail for like 30 years now. So it was like you have to write a story about a green dancing octopus with a PhD in English literature in his offices on the day that he sold to his competitor.
Can I give it a name? It's called Up in Arms. Arms.
Oh, they didn't ask for I had to actually write I didn't. That's really good. I should have actually got for some feedback from you for a title, but no, I had to write a story about that, and then like comparing search results and what response was superior and why. So it was a lot of writing basically, and I'm a good writer, so I made it past the first hurdle, and I got 2 jobs waiting for me on my queue. I just discovered right before I came on.
Really?
So yeah, it'll only be like an hour or 2 at a time, but it's like $40 an hour. So
great.
I don't have to go anywhere. So that's positive.
Do you like writing?
I do. I'm not a very good typer. I think I'm a very good writer. I have a very good vocabulary, and I can make a point pretty well. And
awesome.
So yeah, I've been told I'm a good writer. So that'd be fun for me. I think writing different. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, I hope it works out. And just for what it's worth, and I know I don't get a vote here, but the place you were talking about last week that you interviewed with, it doesn't sound good to me.
Well, it really wasn't my thing, but it was so close was the reason I really wanted it, because I could go home for lunch and stuff. So yeah. No, I mean,
I like the sound of this better, personally.
I don't have the energy to waste, oh, I didn't get that job, because I found another job that I thought I was perfect for, and they read my resume and sent me an email and said no thanks.
Well, it's like dating. Like, you're not supposed to marry everyone you date. That's what dating's for. So it's your dating.
Well, at this point, it's about volume. Just putting myself out there 100 times to get one interview, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm just
Well,
keeping at
cool.
it. Yeah,
And it's I think I mentioned this last week or recently. It's like it's so interesting, these different pockets of ways people make money, or these like industries that are, yeah, that
and then it's
there's
just
just more
fulfilling.
ways to make money than I'm aware of. And it just, I like to be reminded of, like, I don't know what I don't, none of us know what we don't know. And it's part of the fun of life.
Actually, I do have kind of a. I wish I had more insight into that, because one of my favorite things to do, like me and my kids, especially Bria, will go like drive around somewhere, some area with like really big houses, like in the hills around Saratoga, down in San Jose, or whatever. And
Cool.
like, what do these people do for money? What do they do? What are they going through every day? They can afford this, or like, there's just out in the middle of nowhere, there's a big, huge mansion on a hill where there's nothing around. It's like, what do they do for money? Do you think? How do they? What niche do they fill? I'm just
Right.
really curious. No judgment, Well, sometimes I'm thinking they must be all like scummy lawyers and scam art. I don't know. I think it's not hard to make money unethically in our societies. So anyway, but yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
a fun hobby though. It's like, what do these people do out here to live way out here? Are they happy out here? Do they regret living out here? Do they love it? And basically, yeah, how do they survive out here? What do they do for money to pay for all this?
Right. And then, like, I think of, there's a show on, who cares what channel it's on, but it's a reality show, and it's called Welcome to Plathville. And it's a family with, I think there's 7 kids, and they were raised super, super sheltered, like super sheltered, homeschooled, just the whole thing. And just like, on a beautiful, like beautiful acreage somewhere in the South, I think, whatever. Um, but as they're growing up, some of the kids are pissed. Like, they're like, yeah, it's an interesting show, but who cares? I mean, I like it. But uh what I always want to know is, there's never talk of like, okay, so dad was working. Like, what was dad doing? Like, to have all this property and all these kids and everyone looks healthy, and it's like, what do you do that makes that much money that you can live that comfortably? And
Just
money's just energy. And so I'm working on mine, as I keep mentioning.
yeah,
Yeah, because you can be not very talented and still your vibration is that of drawing money to you, and that's great. And then I dare say I'm super talented and my husband's super talented, but we've got our blocks around abundance. So it's part of life. So we're figuring it out. And but yeah, I want to know what those people do to make all of that money, and like to spend money on a really expensive car. Like, cars have never been my thing. I still have the same car. Like, I've had it for 18 years.
yeah,
18, like the entire time Dave and I have been together. Um,
in one car.
we have the same vehicles that we came into our relationship with, and I think that's kind of crazy. And I'm very much looking forward to when we get a new vehicle. And there are a couple of comments. Let's check it out. So Art and Erica say, the people that have those large homes out in the middle of nowhere don't work. They have generational wealth and live off interest.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And then, having many forms of passive income investments can afford people to live like that also.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of something like that, because always they're all like, I don't know, like high price sports agents, or I'm trying to think who could make that kind of, where you could afford $15,000 a month for your mortgage, or something like that. Well, how much money do you have to be in all the cars? And yeah, I just wonder what people do.
Yeah, I'm always interested when I look at like rental properties.
Yeah.
And there's for the regular people, and then there's the like, oh, it's like $5,000 to $10,000 a month rent. It's like, who would pay $5,000 to $10,000 in rent? Why wouldn't you just buy something at
If
that?
you had that money, like, I mean, if I had the money for a Mercedes, I don't think I would buy a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't either, because cars aren't a big deal to me. I just want a nice new car. Maybe even a Honda Civic again, which is what I have. Yeah. Oh, more ideas. Or they own companies or real estate. Or they're drug dealers, or, there's all kinds of things to choose from. Yeah. All right. You ready for some magic?
I am very much. So.
Okay. So, all right. So let's do a quick grounding. Man, I did a grounding for myself yesterday, and it was like in Technicolor. It was really interesting. So I don't know why I'm mentioning that to you, but I usually kind of see the same thing every time, roughly. And this time it was like, oh, I kind of saw it as a leveling up, but we'll see. Anyway, so let's pick a chakra, any chakra. Oh my God, that scared me. The neighbors are putting the barrels back. Yeah, we take turns each month. Who drags the barrels down our very steep driveway, because there's no way in hell a trash truck is going to come up here. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I think I'm starting to disengage from Javier, our house that we live in that I love so much, because we're not meant to live here forever, and we're not going to be in San Diego forever, nor do we want to be. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Let's do a grounding before I make myself more scattered. So, you know what? I think I'm going to ground for my second chakra. So, or your sacral chakra. The color is orange, and a couple inches below your belly button. So play along if you'd like. So we're expanding out that beautiful orange light from our second chakras, our center of creativity and sexuality. This is Magic Mondays After Dark. Okay, we're expanding out that beautiful orange energy out into the far reaches of the universe, sharing it with everybody, including Mother Earth. So we're dipping down into Mother Earth, growing deep, deep, deep roots to ground us and bringing up some of her energy while we open up our crown chakras and allow in the cosmic energy to meet up with Gaia, creating an interface through us of heaven and earth. So, okay, so my name is Colleen. Yes, it's safe and appropriate to work with the group today and do some magic. Yes, okay. Sorry, the pendulum. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, dead people. So I'm putting out a call for any stuck souls that just need an exit strategy right now, whether you're watching live or in the future. So are there any dead people to release the light? Yep. Is Jesus our best escort? Jesus, are you ready? Yep. Give us a moment. Say goodbye to your little friends if you've got them with you. All right. All right. Have we successfully released any dead people that were ready to move on to the light? Yep. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. So my name is Colleen. It's safe to work with the group. Okay. Is there something energetic to do for the group today? Or anybody watching in the future? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. Column B. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I keep cracking myself up with missed opportunities. It's just too fun to say. Okay, and I have no idea who Theseus is. I had to look that up. Okay, so this is in an odd numbered row. This is in an even numbered row. This is in row 2. Row 4. Okay, that's taking me to traumatized energy fields chart. Okay, this traumatized energy field we're looking at for the group is in column A. Column B, no, column A in an odd numbered row. In an odd numbered row. Yeah. In row 1, 3, 5. Love or romantic love. That's what we're looking at. Okay. Is there something energetic to clean up for our love/romantic love energy field? Yes. This is on my master menu. This is in column A. In column B. Yeah. In an odd numbered row. Yeah. In row 1, 2. In row 3. Oh, so tiny. But yes. Okay. So a shared chakra. So just making a note for myself. Okay. So, so we're dealing with the shared first chakra. Yeah. Okay. Is it only a first chakra, shared first chakra? Yes. Okay. So a shared chakra in means entangled energy with somebody else. So hard to know whose energy is whose. So it's safe and appropriate from the light to disentangle our first chakras from whoever they're entangled with. Yes. Safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. Okay. Just relax. Give me a moment. Okay. We successfully disentangled our first chakra energies. We have. Okay. All right. Is there something else to do for our love energy field? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. In column B. No. Okay. My name is Colleen. Yes. Okay. So this is on my master menu. No, this is somewhere else. Okay, we're doing something else. Okay, are we going to do some Ho'oponopono? Okay, we are. All right. So Ho'oponopono. The words are I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So I'm just going to go ahead and say 4 rounds of that. If you want to play along, you can, or just listen and take it in. So here we go. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Okay, more of that forgiveness stuff. Okay, was that sufficient Ho'oponopono for the group? Yeah. Okay. Is there something else to do for our traumatized love energy field? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. No. In row 2. Yeah. Okay, so regular old trapped emotion. All right, so trapped negative emotion is in column A. Yep. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 5. Energy of fear. Okay. So, is there anything we need to know specifically regarding this energy of fear for the group? Yeah, there is. Okay. Is there a particular place where we're holding it? Yes. We're holding this throughout our entire beings? No. We're holding this in a system? In a system? Yes. In an organ? A specific organ? No. Okay. So a system is showing up. So this is cardiovascular, respiratory. Yeah. Anywhere else? Okay, so I get respiratory system is where we're holding this energy of fear. And we're looking, and this is fear that has something to do with love or lack thereof. So, okay, so anything else we need to understand about this trapped energy of fear in order to clear it for whoever needs it? Nope. Okay, it's safe and appropriate from the light to release this fear now. Yes. Okay, are we ready? We are. Okay, so we're sending this energy, this vibration, this frequency of fear that we're holding in our respiratory system. We're sending all of that energy to the light. And we're going to replace that energy in our respiratory systems with energy of love and light, openness and clarity, knowing we're supported in so many ways. And let's top that off with some peace, calm, and serenity, safety, stability, and security. Okay. So, have we successfully cleared this energy, this trapped energy of fear from our respiratory system? Yes. Is there a deeper layer to look at? No. Okay. Is there another trapped emotion to look at while we're here? There is. Okay. This is in column A in an odd numbered row. No. In row 2, 4. No. Unsupported. Okay, that seems to show up a lot. Okay, so this trapped energy is of unsupported. Do we need details on it? We do. We're holding this throughout our entire beings. We're holding this in our respiratory system. Good, yes on respiratory again. Anywhere else to specify? Okay, that's a yes. So it's also being held in a particular organ, a system. Okay, so another system. 1 second. Okay. So we're holding it in our respiratory system. We're also holding it in our cardiovascular system. No. Endocrine. So yes on endocrine. So hormonal system. Any other systems? Yeah. Okay. We're also holding this in our digestive tract. No. Our urinary tract. Okay. Yes on urinary. Okay. All right. Any other systems? No. So we're holding this energy of unsupported in our respiratory, endocrine, and urinary tract. Okay. It's safe and appropriate and ready to, we're ready to go ahead and release this energy now. Yes. Are we ready? We are. Okay. So we're sending all of this energy, this vibration, this frequency of feeling unsupported in those 3 systems. We're sending all of that to the light. And we're going to fill up those 3 systems with energy of love and support and a deep knowing that all is well in the big picture. And everything that's showing up for us is showing up for us. It is for us. Each one of us through our individual lenses of perception. Let's go ahead and fill it up with energy of light, and happiness, and positive forward action. We top it off with some love. Okay, so if we successfully cleared this energy of unsupported for those who need it. Yep. Okay, any other trapped emotions while we're here? No. Is there anything else to do for the group today? Yes. Oh, let's keep asking about that love energy field. Is there anything else to address regarding this love energy field for the group? No. Okay, so there's something else to do for the group? Yes. This is on my master menu? Yes. This is in column A? Yes. In an odd numbered row? Yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 7. Okay, so that's a vow, oath, agreement, contract. Okay, this is a personal vow. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. In row 1? So in an odd numbered row? No. Okay, I'm sorry. Row 2, 4, 4. Energy of solitude. Okay. Might call that isolation. So does isolation? Yeah. Okay. So this personal vow of isolation or solitude is ready and willing to be cleared for whoever needs it. Yes, it's safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. Here we go. All right. Have we successfully cleared this vow of solitude / isolation for whoever needs it? Yes. Okay. Is there anything else to do for the group today, magic-wise? Nope. So we're complete with that. We are. Okay. Wow. Been at this 38 minutes. That's crazy time. Crazy town. Okay. Oh, I had a fun experience the other day. Not. Like in the middle of the night, it was probably like 1 or 2. I got up to go to the bathroom, whatever, get back in bed, and then I just have like miserable back pain. It's like, what? And it was, I say miserable. It wasn't like to the point of crying. And I am married to a chiropractor who I can wake up at any time if I need to and say, hey, adjust me. But I just kind of played with it until I fell back asleep and I woke up and I was fine. But it was a very odd feeling. It was an odd location. And I kind of wonder if it was somebody else's energy. By the time I got up and checked in on it, I got that I'd worked it out. I did a whole lot of Ho'oponopono during that time to help clean it up. And yeah, super weird. It's like all of a sudden I have horrible back pain in the middle of the night. Good story, bro. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah. So, and I would have gotten up. It felt very unstable. So I was like, okay, first of all, it's in the fucking middle of the night. It's dark, and my pendulum lives downstairs. So like I was kind of afraid that if I got up, my back would just like give out,
Really?
and I was afraid to, huh?
That's bad. Must have hurt
Yeah, it
bad.
was freaky. And and what I realized, and now I remember one of the things I played with, which I think really had to do with the whole thing, was low back. So this is low back, like lower back than usual for me, like L5S1, like really like almost down in my sacrum. And it's like, that's weird. But low back problems are classic money worry, money issues. Yeah. And I just think it's interesting how energies come up during this time that we're like very focused on shifting our energy around that. And there's a lot of energy that shows up and doesn't want that to happen. What happens to me a bunch is I'll get triggered and I'll go check on it, and I'll stop testing as myself, and the only thing that I get a yes on is that I have a dark energy that's feeding off of my whatever upset it is. And I always ask the question, does this energy want things to stay just the way they are money wise for me? Yep. And so moving forward continuously and connecting with our abundance is bringing up old shit. And so I played with that a bunch, and I think that's when I went to sleep, and then I woke up and I felt fine. And it never came back either. So I think it was just old energy, like wanting things to stay the way it is. Anyway, good story, bro. Again. So do you have anything else to say, Koop?
I don't.
Sign off.
Except for it's been absolutely beautiful. I mean, this weekend it was like the 70s. It was just been so. Yeah, there's still got some work to do, but yeah, I personally I'm feeling good, keeping going. So yeah, and no, I just cruise along, trying to enjoy every day as it comes, and yeah, we'll see where the next day takes me.
Well, beautiful. Well, I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to go finish this game of Carcassonne with my husband, and
do that.
And yeah, so well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate all of you, and I know some people didn't check in. I can see that some people are watching and didn't check in, but the only way to get your theme song is to check in. Just saying. But maybe you don't want a theme song. Maybe you don't want something that spectacularly beautiful. And if you can't allow in that beautiful energy, well,
honestly, one of the highlights of my week. I mean, that says about my life, I don't know, but yeah, no, I love it. So.
Well, I love it too. Anyway, so let's just give one more shout out, because I just want to say it again, to Mythed Opportunities. Reenact your favorite myth. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so Yvonne says, thank you. Thank you as always. Well, thank you for showing up today, even given a holiday and everything. I hope everyone enjoys this lovely Memorial Day, and yeah, have a safe weekend. And I love you, and I will,
likewise.
We will see you. I can do this. We'll see you. Oh, God damn it. Oh, partner, say thank you both. Enjoy the rest of your day. You guys too. Okay, guys. So let's sign off before I think of something else to say. I love you. Have a beautiful week. See you next week. And happy birthday, Koop.
Thanks.
Bye.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with